If you tell of China, what's your first impression come to your mind? Since I came to American aircraft, I came to a new class. Many class maybe ask me, "Are you Chinese? Have you been to the Great Wall?" There's also a well-known saying like that: "Until you reach the Great Wall, you are not hero." This means to get over the difficulties before you reach the goal. Be honestly, I've never been to the Great Wall, but I have learned a lot about it. Today I will talk something about the Great Wall, the facts, history, and culture about the Great Wall. The Great Wall is the longest construction that the human had ever built. Its length is 5,500 miles and is 30 feet wide and 50 feet high. It was built by the ancient Chinese laborers, which were common people, farmers, soldiers, and slaves. The ancient wall was built composed of mainly of the pounded dirt and stones. There are 7,000 and there are blockhouses for the soldiers to send the smoke signals. The more smoke signals, that means more enemies. The construction period about the Great Wall is 2,000 years from the Warring States period to the Ming Dynasty. And Qing Dynasty, Han Dynasty, and the Ming Dynasty are the three main periods. The Qing Dynasty, in 221 BC, the Qing Emperor absorbed another 6 days to make the first United Kingdoms in the Qing Dynasty. And at that time, the Hans in the north was the enemies of the China, and in some parts of China it's easy to cross, so Qin Shi Huang began to build the Great Wall to make it harder for the enemies to cross China and invade China. At that time, the Great Wall was built with dirt. And the Han Dynasty, at that time, the Hans and the North became more powerful. So the Han court started to build more large walls to consolidate the frontier. And the Ming Dynasty is the peak of the wall building in the history. During that time, the rebuilding job take place, and where the sections were built with brick and stones instead of the earth. There are many regions of the Great Wall following the constructions. In each dynasty, there was lots of legends and history happened. And the most famous and widespread is the Mengzhengyi. It tells about how Mengzhengyi's bitter beating caused a part of the Great Wall fell down. At that time, Mengzhengyi's husband was caught by the federal officials and sent to build the Great Wall. After his husband was departure, he heard nothing about her husband. So she decided to find her husband. When she got to the Great Wall, she found that her husband has already died. Hearing the bad news, he is very sad and cried her heart out. The howl of her made one part of the Great Wall fell down. This story indicates that the Great Wall was the production of the tens of thousands Chinese commoners. The beautiful legends and stories help to keep alive the Chinese culture. The Great Wall is the is the greatest symbol. It represents the unification of China because it was linked together as China was unified at the Qing dynasty. It also represents the awesome ability that the Chinese work together to do for the good of the country. It represents the unification. It also represents the separation of the China to the rest of the world with its length. And Great Wall is the most famous attraction in China now. As a tourist attraction, Great Wall helps people from all over the world to experience the Chinese culture. To my conclusion, the Great Wall is the greatest architecture in the world. Nothing can compare with it. With the very limited technology used to build this huge Great Wall, the Chinese Asian had shocked the whole world. And I want to be a hero, and I'm sure to go to visit the Great Wall next time I come back to China and experience this huge, greatest and awesome art culture. Thank you.